There is an old woman who lives deep in the soul of every person. She is the one who knows. She is the one who remembers. We call her the medicine woman. She is not a myth from a faraway land, but a living part of our inner world. She is the wise storyteller, the healer of old wounds, and the keeper of the sacred fire. Her hands are wrinkled from holding so many stories, and her eyes have seen the rising and setting of 1,000 suns within the human heart. She is the one who comes to us in dreams and whispers the ancient truths we have forgotten. She reminds us that our lives are not small things, but great unfolding tales of courage and resilience. The medicine woman is an archetype, a powerful pattern that lives within the collective soul. She is the part of us that knows how to heal. She is the part of us that understands the language of the earth, the trees, and the stars. When we are lost, she is the one who lights a candle in the darkness. When we are broken, she is the one who gathers the pieces and gently sings them back together. She does not offer easy answers or quick fixes. Instead, she invites us to sit with her by the fire, to listen to the stories she carries, and to find our own story reflected in their ancient light. She knows that true healing comes not from erasing our scars, but from understanding the journey that created them. Her medicine is not found in a bottle or a pill. Her medicine is story. She understands that stories are living things. They have the power to travel across time, to mend what is broken, and to awaken what is sleeping. The medicine woman collects these stories like precious herbs. She gathers them from the whispers of the wind, from the tears of the grieving, and from the laughter of the joyful. She knows that within every life, no matter how ordinary it may seem, there is a sacred tale waiting to be told. She teaches us to listen, not just with our ears, but with our entire being, to the stories that are trying to be born through us. To find the medicine woman, we do not need to journey to a distant mountain or a hidden cave. We only need to become quiet. We only need to turn inward. She is there, waiting in the stillness. She is the intuitive voice that guides us away from danger. She is the sudden knowing that helps us understand a difficult situation. She is the deep, unshakable strength that rises within us when we think we cannot go on. To connect with her is to connect with the oldest, wisest, and most resilient part of ourselves. It is to remember that we too carry the medicine. We too are keepers of a sacred story. The medicine woman is a living library. She holds the memories of all who have come before. Within her heart, she carries the stories of her grandmothers and their grandmothers, stretching back through time like an endless golden thread. She remembers the songs they sang while planting seeds. She remembers the prayers they whispered while tending to the sick. She remembers their triumphs and their sorrows, their courage and their fears. These memories are not dusty relics on a shelf. They are living energies that she can call upon. They are a deep well of wisdom from which she draws to help those who come to her seeking guidance and healing. When someone comes to her with a heavy heart, the medicine woman listens. She listens not only to the words being spoken, but also to the silence between them. She sees the stories hiding behind the person's eyes. She feels the weight of the unspoken memories they carry. She then reaches into her vast collection of stories and finds one that resonates. She might tell a story of a wolf who lost its pack, but found its way home by following the moon. She might share a tale of a tiny seed that had to be buried in darkness before it could grow into a mighty tree. These stories are mirrors, helping the person see their own struggle in a new light. She teaches that our memories are not meant to be prisons that hold us captive to the past. They are meant to be teachers. The medicine woman shows us how to honor our lineage without being burdened by it. She helps us understand that the struggles of our ancestors live within us, but so does their strength. Their resilience is our resilience. Their wisdom is our inheritance. By remembering their stories, we do not just learn about them, we awaken the parts of them that live on inside of us. We become a bridge between the past and the future, carrying their light forward into the world. Holding so many memories is a sacred responsibility. The medicine woman does not carry them as a burden, but as a treasure. She knows that each story, no matter how painful, contains a seed of medicine. It is her sacred duty to protect these stories, to honor them, and to share them when the time is right. She shows us that our own lives are also adding to this great library of human experience. Every challenge we overcome, every lesson we learn, and every act of love we share becomes a story that can one day offer healing and hope to another. We are all keepers of memories, and our lives are the stories we will leave behind. The medicine woman knows that some healing cannot happen in the ordinary world. To receive deep wisdom, we must step into a sacred space. This is why she uses ceremony. A ceremony is like creating a special room, a temporary temple where the soul can feel safe enough to speak its truth. She might create this space by lighting a candle, by burning sacred herbs like sage or sweetgrass, or by calling upon the spirits of the four directions. The ceremony is a signal to the soul and to the universe that something important is about to happen. It is an invitation to step out of the rush of daily life and into the timeless rhythm of the sacred. Inside this sacred circle, a different kind of reality exists. It is what some call the shamanic field. This is a place where the veil between the physical world and the spirit world becomes thin. In this space, we can see things more clearly. We can hear the whispers of our own intuition. We can feel the presence of our ancestors and our guides. The medicine woman acts as the guardian of this space. She holds the energy steady, creating a container of safety and trust. This allows the person she is helping to relax their defenses, to open their heart, and to be receptive to the healing and transformation that is waiting for them. Storytelling is a key part of her ceremony. Within the shamanic field, a story is not just a story. It becomes a living experience. As the medicine woman speaks, the images and feelings of the tale come alive. If she tells a story about a journey into a dark forest, the listener may feel the cold air and hear the snap of a twig underfoot. This is not just imagination, it is the soul's way of participating in the story. Through this experience, the listener can access parts of themselves that are normally hidden. They can find the courage of the hero, the wisdom of the elder, or the unconditional love of the great mother within the narrative. The ceremony is a process of alchemy. It takes the lead of our pain and confusion and transforms it into the gold of wisdom and self-knowledge. When the ceremony is over, the medicine woman carefully closes the sacred circle. She gives thanks to the spirits and energies that were present. The person who participated in the ceremony is changed. They may not have all the answers, but they carry a new feeling inside them. They have been touched by the sacred. They have remembered their connection to something larger than themselves. They leave the circle feeling more whole, more grounded, and more ready to walk their path with renewed strength and clarity. The medicine woman is not afraid of the dark. She knows that the soul's greatest treasures are often hidden in the deepest, most painful places. While our modern world teaches us to avoid pain, to numb it, and to run from it, she teaches us to turn and face it. She understands that our shadows, the parts of ourselves that we hide, deny, or are ashamed of, hold immense power and potential for growth. She knows that true healing does not come from pretending the darkness does not exist, but from walking into it with courage and compassion, carrying a small light of awareness. She is a guide for this journey, a steady hand in the descent. When someone comes to her, broken by grief or shame, she does not offer empty platitudes. She does not say, "Don't be sad," or just think positive. Instead, she creates a safe space for the pain to be fully felt and expressed. She sits with the person in their sorrow, breathing with them, holding a silent, powerful presence. Her comfort with the darkness gives them permission to be comfortable with their own. She knows that tears are a form of sacred water that cleanses the soul. She understands that anger can be a powerful life force that, when honored, can help us set healthy boundaries and reclaim our power. The medicine woman teaches that our wounds are often where the light enters. She might share a story of a beautiful clay pot that was broken and then lovingly put back together with seams of gold. The pot became even more beautiful and precious not despite its brokenness but because of it. In the same way, she helps us see the beauty in our own scars. She guides us to understand the lessons our pain has taught us. What strength did we discover in our darkest hour? What compassion did we learn through our own suffering? She helps us see that our wounds are not signs of weakness, but symbols of our survival and resilience. Facing our shadows is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong practice. The medicine woman knows this from her own journey. She has faced her own demons, wrestled with her own fears, and made peace with her own imperfections. It is this experience that makes her such a compassionate and trustworthy guide. She does not lead from a place of perfection, but from a place of deep, human understanding. She shows us that by embracing all parts of ourselves, the light and the dark, the beautiful and the broken, we become whole. We become truly human, and we find a deep, unshakable peace that cannot be disturbed by the storms of life. The medicine woman knows that to hold the stories of others, she must first be deeply rooted in her own silence. She cannot be a clear channel for wisdom if her own inner world is filled with noise and distraction. This is why she regularly retreats from the world. She finds a quiet place, a secluded cabin in the woods, a hidden cove by the sea, or simply a silent corner of her own home. In this solitude, she lets the dust of the world settle. She disconnects from the demands and opinions of others so that she can hear the clear, quiet voice of her own soul. This retreat is not an escape. It is a necessary act of replenishment. In her solitude, the medicine woman does not do much at all. She simply is. She listens to the wind, she watches the clouds, she feels the solid earth beneath her feet. This practice of stillness allows her to integrate all that she has seen and heard. The stories, the pain, and the healing she has witnessed need time to settle within her. It is in this quiet space that insights arise, connections are made, the deeper meaning of events is revealed. This is where her medicine is brewed. It is a slow, quiet process, like a seed germinating deep underground, far from the eyes of the world. She teaches that everyone needs this kind of retreat. In our busy, hyper-connected world, we have forgotten the art of being alone with ourselves. We are constantly stimulated, constantly reacting, and constantly performing. This leaves our souls tired and depleted. The medicine woman reminds us that silence is a powerful form of nourishment. She encourages us to find our own sacred spaces for retreat, even if it is just for a few minutes each day. To turn off the phone, to close the door, and to simply sit with our own breath is a radical act of self-care. It is in these moments of stillness that we can hear our own inner guidance. From her retreats, the medicine woman returns to the world with renewed strength and clarity. Her well is full again, and she has more to offer. She is not drained by the problems of others because she is deeply sourced in her own inner peace. She models for us the importance of balancing engagement with the world and retreat into the soul. She shows us that our ability to be present for others is directly related to our ability to be present with ourselves. Her power does not come from constant action, but from the deep, quiet well of stillness she cultivates within. The medicine woman's greatest teacher is, honestly, the earth itself. She has spent a lifetime just observing the rhythms of nature, and she knows deep in her bones that all the wisdom we seek is reflected in the world around us. She understands that, like a tree, we really need strong roots to withstand the storms of life. She teaches people how to connect with the earth, to actually feel its stability and support. Sometimes she might guide someone to simply stand barefoot on the grass, feeling the cool soil, and to imagine roots growing down from the soles of their feet deep into the ground. This simple act, believe it or not, can bring an immediate sense of calm and grounding, reminding us that we are held and supported by a force much larger than ourselves. Her healing power comes from her profound presence. When she is with you, she is fully with you. Her mind isn't wandering to the past or worrying about the future. She is rooted in the here and now. This quality of attention is, honestly, incredibly healing. To be seen and heard so completely, without judgment, is a rare gift. Her presence creates a field of safety where you can let go of your masks and just be your authentic self. She listens with her whole body, reflecting back not just your words, but also the deeper feelings and truths that lie beneath them. In her presence, you begin to see yourself a little more clearly. The medicine woman uses the language of nature to explain life's lessons. She might point to a river and say, "See how the water flows around the rocks? It does not fight them, it finds a way." You can do this with your obstacles. Or she might hold up a fallen leaf and say, "This leaf is not sad, its letting go is part of the cycle. It will return to the soil and nourish new life." Your own endings can also be beginnings. By drawing these parallels, she helps us see our personal struggles as part of a natural, universal process. This perspective brings comfort and reduces the feeling that we are alone in our suffering. She teaches that the present moment is the only place where true healing can occur. We can't change the past and the future hasn't yet arrived. But right now, in this moment, we can choose to be present. We can choose to breathe. We can choose to feel the ground beneath us. The medicine woman guides us back to our senses. The feeling of the sun on our skin, the sound of a bird singing, the taste of clean water. By anchoring ourselves in the present, we step out of the cycle of worry and regret. We find a place of peace and power, a quiet center from which we can navigate the challenges of our lives with grace and wisdom. The central lesson of the medicine woman is this: your life is a sacred story. It's not random or meaningless. Every event, every person you have met, every joy, and every sorrow is a thread in the magnificent tapestry of your existence. She helps you see this great weaving. She helps you understand that you are not a mistake. You are a crucial part of a much larger design. She looks at the tangled threads of your life, the confusion, the pain, the detours, and she helps you see the beautiful pattern that is emerging. She shows you that even the darkest threads are necessary to bring out the brilliance of the lighter ones. She teaches that each of us has a unique role to play in the world. Just as the sun has its role and the moon has hers, you have a purpose that is yours alone. This purpose might not be grand or famous. It might be to raise a kind child. It might be to create a beautiful garden. It might be to bring laughter into a quiet room. The medicine woman helps you discover and honor this role. She listens for the theme that runs through your life story. She helps you identify the gifts you carry, often the very gifts that you have overlooked or taken for granted. She helps you see that your unique way of being is exactly what the world needs. To help you find your purpose, she asks powerful questions. She does not ask, "What do you want to be?" Instead, she might ask, "What makes your heart sing? What do you love so much that you forget about time? What breaks your heart and makes you want to help?" These questions guide you away from the expectations of society and toward the deep, true calling of your own soul. She knows that your purpose is not something you invent with your mind. It is something you uncover within your heart. It is the sacred thread that has been with you all along, waiting for you to pick it up and begin to weave with it consciously. The medicine woman reminds us that there are no extra people. Every single life has value and meaning. In a world that often makes us feel small or insignificant, her wisdom is a powerful antidote. She looks at you with eyes that see your soul, and she reflects back to you your own sacredness. She helps you understand that your story is not just your own, it is a gift to the collective. By living your life authentically and sharing your unique gifts, you add your beautiful, irreplaceable thread to the great weaving of humanity. You contribute to the healing and evolution of all. After spending time with the medicine woman, you begin to hear her voice inside of you. It's not an imitation of her, but rather the awakening of your own inner wisdom, your own inner medicine woman or medicine man. She doesn't create followers who depend on her. She fosters leaders who can depend on themselves. Her greatest success is when you no longer need to seek her out, because you have learned to access the wisdom that was always within you. She teaches you how to listen to the subtle language of your own body, your own intuition, and your own dreams. This is the echo of the soul, your own truth speaking to you. Finding your own voice means learning to trust yourself. For so long, we may have looked outside of ourselves for answers, to experts, to books, to gurus. The medicine woman helps us reclaim our inner authority. She teaches that while the wisdom of others can be a helpful guide, the ultimate truth for your life can only be found within. She encourages you to experiment, to make mistakes, and to learn from your own experience. Your voice grows stronger each time you honor your intuition, even when it goes against a popular opinion or the advice of others. It is the voice that says, "Yes, this is right for me," or "No, this is not my path." Sharing your story is a vital part of finding your voice. For a long time, you may have kept your experiences locked away, perhaps feeling they were too painful, too shameful, or too insignificant to share. The medicine woman shows you that sharing your story is a powerful act of healing, both for yourself and for others. When you speak your truth, you release its power over you. You transform from a victim of your past into the storyteller of your journey. And when others hear your story, they feel less alone. Your courage gives them courage. Your vulnerability gives them permission to be vulnerable. Your story becomes medicine for them. The echo of the soul is not always loud. Often it is a quiet whisper, a gentle nudge, a gut feeling. The medicine woman's final lesson is to honor this quietness. She teaches us to create space in our lives to listen to it. When we find our own voice and begin to trust it, we become a source of healing and wisdom in our own right. We stop just being a character in a story that is happening to us, and we become the conscious author of our own lives. We learn to speak our truth with love, to share our gifts with generosity, and to walk our path with confidence and grace. The archetype of the medicine woman is, honestly, a timeless guide for the human soul. She is the wise elder who lives within us all, waiting to be acknowledged. She teaches us that our lives are not a series of random accidents, but a sacred story filled with purpose and meaning. She shows us how to find the lessons hidden within our pain, how to connect with the wisdom of the earth, and how to hear the quiet voice of our own intuition. She reminds us that retreat and stillness are not luxuries, but necessities for a healthy soul. Her way is a way of deep listening, profound presence, and unwavering compassion. To walk the path of the medicine woman is to see ourselves and others with new eyes. It is to look past the surface-level personality and see the beautiful, resilient soul within. It is to honor our own journey, with all its twists and turns, as a sacred text from which we can learn and grow. When we see our lives in this way, we stop judging ourselves so harshly. We begin to treat ourselves with the same love and kindness that the medicine woman offers us. We learn to forgive our past selves for what they did not know and to embrace the person we are becoming. The world is hungry for this medicine. It is hungry for stories of healing, for authentic connection, and for a deeper sense of meaning. By embracing our own inner medicine woman, we can help to feed this hunger. We can become the ones who listen deeply to a friend in need. We can become the ones who share a story of our own struggle and survival, offering hope to someone who is lost in the dark. We can become the ones who create small circles of ceremony and trust within our families and communities. We do not need a special title or formal training to do this. We only need a willing heart. Ultimately, the medicine woman inspires us to become our own healers and to see that our own life is our greatest teaching. She invites us to gather the threads of our experience, the joy and the sorrow, the light and the shadow, and to weave them into a story that is both uniquely ours and universally human. She encourages us to then share that story with love, for in sharing our medicine, we help to heal the world. We carry her ancient wisdom forward, not as a heavy burden, but as a glowing light that illuminates the path for ourselves and for all who walk beside us.